And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing FortressCraft Evolved. Well, I did craft another trencher and put it on chromium, so we've got one trencher on each type now. But one of the things I want to do right now is a little different. We need a little bit of travel efficiency here. So with that in mind, we're gonna try to use a new mod. It's the Teleporter Network mod, and I am very hopeful that this will do great things for us. So one of the things I need to do is craft. Do I have a downslope? I don't think I do. So let's just craft a downslope conveyor and find a place to put that right there, because I want to use the coal to power the system. So I think what we're gonna do is go up with it and then put a logistics hopper in, and then 1, 2, that should be good. And then we need a couple generators, like so. And then on top of this, we're going to build a Mark IV. Teleporters typically take quite a lot of power, so we're going to build a Mark IV as the power source. Now we need to re-enable the delivery of these things, and I can put something there. I don't think it'll interrupt. I did disable the power to the agitators. We were running out of missiles, and because the enemies are so tough, it was taking multiple missiles to defeat them, and I really wanted to make sure that we were still safe while everything is going on. So at the bottom of logistics, you see the teleporter network. So we're going to craft. I've got enough materials. I mean, I've got 19 diamonds, which is nice, but we're going to craft a few of these. I'm just going to craft 6 initially here. Is this not getting... No, it wasn't. It wasn't getting any power at all. Okay. So I think... I've never used this mod before, but I think this is how it works. You place the teleporter network down, and then you have to put a sign on it. So we're going to craft a few signs here, if I can remember. There they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so we're going to put a sign right there. So we're going to put a sign on that. And we're going to call this... I can't... we're going to call this home. Home is fine. So now when we look at it, there's no power to it. Distance power. Click on the button below. Okay, so there's no other teleporter in the network right now. I think that's how this works. So let me hit H. Teleport. Yeah, there's nothing in here. Nothing in here regarding that. Name is home. So it's basically what it looks like is you come in here, you pick which destination you want, you click the button, and then it tries to draw the power that it needs. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted a huge power bank to back that up. So if we go down to the cold caves and build one of these, we're going to need a lot of power down there as well. Not nearly as much as we're going to need to go further, but I want to make sure that we're sending enough power, you know, have enough battery backup power for this thing to function normally and be able to zip around wherever we need to go. So let's go first take a quick peek at our system and see how many bars we've got. Look at that, 700 80 bars. We are doing great. And it looks like, yeah, we're doing really well here. So right out in front, what I think I'm going to do, maybe add some stairs, because I want to put a Mark 4 battery in here somewhere. And that's going to be kind of tough to do, because we either need to beam power down into it or figure out some other solution. So if we want to beam power down, we want to do it like right in here. So power will come right off the front here, beam straight down. That means this has to be... Okay, let's just take the rest of these out. I can put this on the floor, actually. That's a good idea. Get some light up in here. Kind of dark down here. Okay, I'm gonna plug that hole. Okay, so that's on the floor, which is fine. And now we just need to beam power down into it. And let's just plan on having a lot of power going into it, just like that. And then we need another teleporter. And we need another sign. And this sign will be cold caves. Like so. So now you can see the home is going to cost 9,500 power. And this thing has 19,000 power in it, which is not too bad. I'm not sure if there's a max, because we're gonna want to go deeper still, and that's going to be kind of a tall order. So so if we click that, we should beam right to this teleporter. Excellent. And there you go. And now we can add multiple teleporters and beam around without too many problems. I wonder if this just like uses a teleport command, or I wonder how that works, because that's kind of cool. All right, so the generators should, I mean, depending on how much we use it, generators should not have a problem keeping that full. Now, I'm not sure how the power reacts to it. If all of the teleporters draw the same amount of power when you teleport around, that'll be an interesting test. We'll be able to see that when we go deeper. So that is the teleporter network mod. Now I don't need to use my lifts to go down to the cold caves anymore. I can just go over here, hit cold caves, and good to go. Yeah, it looks like it sends the teleport command, because you don't get that purple. You don't get that purple color normally when you teleport around. So I wonder if there is a way that the developer of that mod could use the in-game teleporter features for that. But anyway, yeah, now we've got, look at that, 70 more. So I'm thinking we're gonna want some more blast furnaces going, because we're gonna need a lot of this stuff smelted, because we're gonna start. So I want 1, 2 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's one more, and then over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This should combine right there. I'm gonna put these on alternate sides, and then these, I'll just kind of go with the flow on that. And then we're gonna use this one up here. And then one on the side. And then over here. Over here. Granted, these are higher, so we've got to figure out a way to offset these. First, I want this one and this one. I think those line up with that one and that one. So this might interfere. So I need to use a piece of glass. I'm thinking something is not gonna work. So what I want to do to combat this problem, because this one will work, this one will be fine right here. I can put the laser and then a battery, and that will take care of that one. Because this will charge the battery, and then, yeah, everything will work out. But this one goes over to here. So I am thinking we're going to want a different setup here. So we're going to put a battery on, let's see, how do I want to do this? I'm going to put a battery on this one. I think that will go through. It's kind of hard to see. It's very bright and shiny. But we need to take this bottom one right here. Whoa, jetpack. Like this. Okay. Now we're still running into the problem. Take that away. Okay, so how are we doing? So we no longer have that beaming through. We still have two beaming into there. This one is beaming into there. And we have that one. So this right here is where the next one will go. So go there, put a lens in, put a battery on, and that should be able to power those. Now we have two going that way to power these setups here. So one is here, one is there. Oh, let's line these up so they're correct. Right there and there. I think that is right. Okay, so 2, 3, 4. So the laser goes here. I'll probably clean this up later on when I have a more final power solution. Okay, so that blast furnace and that blast furnace should be good to go. And this one is good to go. So this should be now, yeah, now it's casting 4 bars at a time, 2 of each type. So that is good. And we've got lots of power being used now. If we go over here and look, a lot more of these are spun up and spitting out power, because we are using a ton of power for this process. Take away all of this. Don't need that. All right. So far, so good. Now we're gonna want, I'm gonna take this and put it over here, because we need a little bit of space in here, because we want to start crafting the blocks specific to these. So magnetic and chromed is what we need. So I'm going to craft one of these and one of these, and we're going to try let's see, magnetic, and chromed. So the chromed block is right here. So we're going to want, I'm going to space this out a little ways. Actually, I'm going to turn that around. And the magnetic is here. Alright, so what does this need? Let's put a hopper on and check it out. So it needs 1 imbued machine block and 1 molybdenum bar. Okay, so I need imbued machine blocks in order for this to be happy. How many imbued? Oh, see, I've got quite a lot of them. I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with this. I wonder if I could use another cargo lift to bring down imbued blocks. So let's. I'm gonna put half hoppers in here. These are going to be remove only, because it only needs 1. And I'm going to put a 2,000 slot hopper here. This is going to be remove only. These will be more where my imbueds go. So, craft that, craft that. How much power? 50 power per second. That's pretty minuscule compared to how much power we've got generating down here right now. Alright, so imbued machine block, I'm going to set each of those and each of those. And now we need power. Okay. Power. Well, that's going to be a little trickier, I think. I'm going to take this down. So we are lined right up here. Okay. So if I go, do these interfere? These would interfere with those. So I'm going to need to bring the power down, because that line's right up there. And then bring it over, like so. And then put a battery here and here. And I should be able to feed that with plenty of power. And we're going to need a couple more 2,000 slot hoppers. And these are going to be add only. And for the fun of it, we need a couple. I need a couple of these to get us started. So I can set the filters. So the magnetic machine blocks, I know I picked them up. There they are. Magnetic machine block and chromed machine block. So these are going to be the chromed, and these are going to be the magnetic. And they're pretty fast. So like 2 seconds? No, less than 2 seconds to craft these. And it should, I mean, I'll get 2,000 of these. The main purpose of these will be to build the future particle filter systems, because we're going to need a lot of these. Oh, so many. So yeah, we're going to need plenty. And as such, I want to actually set up a system to introduce more of these. So maybe use, go down the list here, 3,000 and a 5,000. So I'm going to craft 2 of these and 2 of these. And we're going to set up a system here. for multiple imbued blocks. So instead of the half storage hopper, I want the 5,000 slot. Look at those things glow. That is a beast of a system there. So we're going to set those to the imbued machine blocks, and we're going to need to go up and grab as many of those as we can. I might even increase the processing of those. I'm not sure if this is keeping up or if it's... It looks like it's keeping up. It's using 2, then dropping 2. It's using 2, then dropping 2. So this might completely keep up with everything. And now all the systems are working. Molybdenum, even though we only have one system on there, we have 200 minecarts down there delivering ore. So we should be pretty good as far as that goes, because these should be able to travel all the way down and then all the way back up before these hoppers are empty. So yeah, we've got now 100 of each type of bar, and we're going to go home and let that load in wherever I may be. Let's see, what was I gonna do up here? I've already forgotten. I tore down the arc smelter area over here, so that's no longer taking up resources or CPU time. I've been making more rack rails to rail the... Oh yeah, these are done. So I've got a full 7,000 rack rails. Oh, I know what I was going to come up here for. Imbued blocks. So let's get this system up and running. You can see the world is loading much easier now. Look at all the imbued blocks we've got over here. Beautiful. I might actually build a couple. Let's do 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm gonna take those. I'm gonna drop that. I'm gonna take all of these, and I'm gonna replace them with those 3,000 slot hoppers, or the 5,000 slot hoppers, because I want a lot of these. There we go. Because this whole system is automated. So there's no reason why we can't have a huge amount of these in storage, and then I can go down and drop, 10,000 of these things at a time and just have massive amounts of them. So we've got enough to cover it now. We are good to go. Beautiful. All right, we have now chromed and magnetic machine blocks, which, once we have quite a few of these, then we'll sort of pull the trigger on the cryoplasm. And then it's kind of a race to the end, a race to fighting the cryo and everything. And I want to make sure that we are in really good form before that happens. So I want to get the rack rails down in words are just escaping me today. Get the rack rails down in the toxic caves down to the uranium mine, at least so they're done, and then craft the 2 improved cargo lifts. We've got the Mark V inductions. We've got almost everything that we need to do that, but I want to get those rack rails run, because those are deep, very deep runs, and it's going to take a little bit to get those done. But that'll have to do it for this episode. So I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.